A loop statement in Python allows user to execute a code or statement multiple times. There are two kind of loops, while and for loops. While loop is used to execute a block of statement repeatedly till a given condition is true. So till the condition is true, the loop will keep on going, and as soon as the condition becomes false, the loop will exit. For loop will be used to iterate over a sequence. So as we have seen, we have sequences, the containers, for example, list, tuple, dictionary, set, or string. So till the last element of the sequence is reached, for loop will keep executing. Or in other words, iterate over the sequence. Now let's understand this through an illustration. This is a typical representation of a while statement. So as you can see, the program starts, enters from the top, then there's a condition. If the condition is true, the code gets executed, brings back again the condition is checked, the code gets executed, and this keeps on happening until the condition becomes false. Once the condition is false, the program will exit. For statement is similar, but rather than looking for a condition, it looks for the last item in the sequence. So it will start iterating one by one, and once the last item is iterated, it will just exit. Otherwise, it will keep going in the loop. Now let's see them in the Python code and take a couple of examples. See, we want to write a while loop and we want to execute it till 5. So we'll define count is equal to 1, and then we will say while count is less than or equal to 5. Then quotes. After that, we will simply say print and count. But please note, if you are using while loop, you have to ensure that you change this condition in your block of code. Otherwise, it will become an infinite loop because the condition will remain true and it will keep executing. So what we will do here is we will assign count and increase it by 1. So we'll say plus equal to 1. So that way we will keep increasing count by 1. So each time the loop gets executed once, the count gets increased. Once the count becomes 5, after that loop will execute. Okay, so let's run this. So as you can see, we have been able to run this loop 5 number of times. Okay, if we wouldn't have given this condition, then it would have become an infinite loop. So please make it a point when you are working with while loop that you keep assigning one uh, change to your condition, so that based on the factors or based on the logic, one time it will just get executed from the loop. Now in this example, we have seen how we can use a while loop to print first 5 whole numbers. Now let's say we just changed it a little bit, and there's a quick check if let's say you can do it. So the question is, can you write a while loop and calculate the sum of integers from 1 to 10? So please note the difference here is rather than just printing the numbers, you have to print the sum of numbers. So how we can do it is, for example, if we will have this code, okay, sum of first 10, okay. So we'll first of all make the count till 10, okay. So I'll say count, I'll keep start it with 1, but we'll keep on going till 10, and then we have to print sum of first 10 whole numbers. So what we will do is we will define one more variable, say sum, which is say 0, okay, and sum 10. Now what we will do is we will say sum is equal to sum plus count. So each time the count becomes one more, we add it to sum, and finally we'll just print sum. So we don't have to print in the loop, maybe we'll just print it outside the loop and say print sum 10, right? So let's run it. And just one more thing before we actually execute it, we have to increase the count by 1, right? Does it become an infinite loop? Now let's say we'll just run it. So as you can see, the output is 55, right? So this is one way of interpreting it, where rather than using plus equal to, we are saying, so I've used just another variable here. Sum is the variable where we want to store the cumulative sum, and we are just adding cumulative sum to the count and increasing the count by 1. And then we can do the same thing using plus equal to, and we can use the plus equal to here also. So this is pretty easy, right? Next, we are going to look into for loop.